Fresh as, hello, right. Hello, lads and lasses, and welcome back to Boys Down Under. This is a bit odd for me. I haven't really ever done a live stream. Actually, I have back when we were playing in the Europa League, a couple early morning fixtures. I was in lockdown, so I thought I had nothing better to do than commentate the Celtic matches. But yeah, no, this is much more matured Aiden doing a live stream. So hopefully you guys are willing to enjoy this. So I think first things first, I'm going to turn off the heater. That's the first thing I'm going to do. Because that's very, very loud. Now, first thing to talk about. What are we going to talk about? We're going to talk about Jota, okay? Of course, we're going to talk about Jota. He has signed permanently for Celtic. I think that is the best thing possible, right? That is absolutely incredible. It came out at around 6 p.m. at 6 p.m. in our time, and it was, best bit of news. My dad was asleep, wanted to wake him up, didn't think he'd be in the best of moods, but, we still told him when he woke up. I've been overjoyed, just the content every single day, ever since the season ended, right? I'm on Instagram, I check Twitter occasionally, TikTok and whatnot, right? I always go and I always see in the comment section, announce Jota here, announce Jota there. Absolutely. It's just always, and he's finally been announced. And the thing with Jota, right, it's not just that he is such a good footballer, right? It's not just the fact that, he can change a game with a couple of step overs and whatnot. It's the fact that Jota just loves Celtic, right? He seems to get the club and he seems to understand everything Celtic is about, right? Not a lot of players come in, they can be timid, right? They won't have the most outgoing personality, but they get the job done, right? Jota, he's like the most outgoing, confident Celtic player. And I don't know the reason. He's completely the polar opposite to someone like Kyogo, right? He's literally, and the thing is, he doesn't make it a secret about how much he loves Celtic, He's always, for example, right? Let's forget about what happened in the season during the off season. On his travels, I believe it was New York City. He was wearing a Celtic kit around New York. If that's what that reminds me of is Kieran Tierney wearing the retro centenary kit. Out going to the football, right? It's just these little things. Oh, obviously, that's not a little thing, but it's those things that are just so that they're just so great to see from a player at your club. And, I think that was the main hint in saying that he was going to join Celtic permanently. See some of you guys in the comments. That's great to see you guys here. Jota, everyone loves him. It's clear to see that. Let's try it. Dunska, yeah. Hi, Lucas. Yeah, hey, mate. There he is, the best Aussie on YouTube. Nah. That's a bit of a stretch, the best Aussie on YouTube. But no, I feel a bit self-conscious. We're going to tell you what we're going to do. We're going to chuck on the bucket hat, all right? This is the Celtic FC Champions bucket hat. This is going on for the rest of the video. Yeah, I think it's pretty sick. It says Champions. We never stop, Celtic Football Club. It's pretty cool. I'm so proud of how far he's come. Yeah, no. Jota, wow. I think the thing with Jota, right, when he first arrived at Celtic, we knew that he was going to be your typical Portuguese footballer, right? He had all the silky skills, he had a lot of finesse to his game, and he was very clean football, right? But what a lot of people had doubts with was his physicality. Coming to Celtic, was he going to be able to keep up with the physical demands of Scottish football? I think those doubts were lost after the first game. I have no, Jota, he's one of the most aggressive players in our forward line. He doesn't really show. He doesn't seem like the player, especially with, the toupee he's got on top. But he really is always striving for the ball. All of our players, they're very aggressive. They really have that mentality that Ange has really strived into them. Look at our wingers. Dyson, he just doesn't stop running. If there's a loose ball there, he will 100% go and get that. But main thing, of course, we're going to talk about Dyson right now. I'll talk about him a bit later, maybe. Jota. Now, the deals of the contract, I think we should run through this, a bit of technicalities first. A lot of people thought it was going to be a 4-year deal, but he gets on a 5-year deal. That 1 year extra, I don't know why it means so much to me, but it just does. It's like, okay, we could have agreed a 4-year, but he wanted to stay for 5, something like that. Oh, geez, comments are going off. This is actually quite cool. We haven't kicked a ball yet. However, it feels like we're well on our way. Yes, Mappy, it does. I think that's one of the main things right now that I'm getting from Scottish football right now. Obviously, it's going to be a 2-horse race next season. Well, most likely it will be a 2-horse race next season. But as it seems right now, our transfer window compared to the transfer window on the other side of town, they're polar opposites, Look at us. We've made 5 permanent first team signings so far, and the transfer window hasn't even been open for 20. Now it has been open for 20 days. Cameron Carter-Vickers on a permanent deal, best centre back in Scotland. Dyson Maeda, his deal was made permanent. He gives James Tavernier nightmares. Yeah, that's as simple as that. Ben Siegrist, just a decent backup goalkeeper. But I saw a comment somewhere. I can't remember who it was, but I saw a comment somewhere saying Ben Siegrist, our backup goalkeeper, is better than all 3 Rangers goalkeepers. Has a point. There is a point there to be made. Elsewhere at Burnaby, we signed yesterday. I'll get onto him in a bit. £3.75 million on a left back, though. We're going to be getting someone of quality in that. And now, of course, our superstar from Portugal, Jota. All right, let's have a look in the comments. Half Pint talking about the dark side. You're always going to make these comments. You're always going to make these cheeky little, I wouldn't say they're digs, but they are digs in a way. But at the same time, it is Scottish football, and it's always going to be the best team. It's always going to be comparative between Celtic and Rangers. It's never not going to be like that unless a certain team gets liquidated again. But we won't go into that right now. Let's see. Helen McCallum says, Ange is building a really good team. Can't wait until next season. No, neither. You know what? I honestly, I was last season, I think heading into last season, there wasn't much excitement. I think there was just a lot of people thinking, damage limitation, let's just get on the front foot. It's not the end of the world if we don't win the league. Let's just, make some progress in the right direction. Obviously, we made a lot of progress in the right direction. And I think all that progress has now hyped us up heading into this season to see how good can this Celtic team truly get. You got to remember, all of Celtic's signings last season, major signings, pretty much came in that month of August, in the final month of the transfer window. We already have 5 significant first-team signings, and we're in the first month of a 3-month transfer window. It's absolutely, it's crazy, right? And we have potential for more. I'll speak about it more later, but so much room for more improvement on the signings. Mate, where did you get that hat? I need it. This hat's actually off the Celtic store. It came with this, and then came with this little cheeky bracelet. Let's see if I can get this in shot. Has the Celtic logo. I don't know. It's nice and sweet. I'm just decked out Celtic kit right now, but this bucket hat's pretty sick. This is definitely coming with me on all my travels. If I go down to the beach, it's great. It's great. It's also reversible. Don't mind the hair. So even if you don't want to rock the Celtics, or, if we're coming off the back of a loss, and you feel a bit embarrassed, you can change it to grey. Sticker. Get that off later. Anyways, Paolo, you say the Huns ain't signed a player yet. Well, it's true. There have been the rumours. I actually have seen a bit because I get all the rumours about Scottish football. I'm just on my daily news feed. I see the Rangers rumours and stuff. So I see they're trying to sign Greek striker from PAOK. I'm not too sure if that's right. I have not looked into it at all. But, apparently Alfredo's going to miss the memories with him, but is what it is. I think all we need to do right now, not focus on them because there's no point focusing on them. It's time to focus on us. And you know what? I think there's one person in this whole, so far this transfer situation that I think deserves a lot of praise and hasn't gotten it. And that's Michael Nicholson. All right. I know a lot of people, myself included, we all know the Celtic board isn't the best board. All right. And we all know that we didn't want someone from the Celtic board becoming CEO after, I forgot his name, departed last season after the transfer window. But when Michael Nicholson came in, and he deserves a lot of credit because not only for this transfer window, but for the January transfer window, he got the deals done for Daisen Maeda, Rio Tate, Yusuke Itaguchi, he got them done quick smart. They were in the first hour of the transfer window. So that was crazy. And now this window, we've signed 5 players in quick succession. It's the fact that we've been doing this shows that the board has the back. No, Ange has the backing of the board. And if he has the backing of the board, that sky's the limit for this team. Really, seriously. It's scary how good we can get. And we'll talk about the goals for this season a bit later on if you guys want to know about that. But let's check the comments again. Oh my God. Too many comments, guys. I didn't expect these many comments. Ange is the biggest Aussie influence on Scotland since Prison Cell, Blockage, Neighbours, Kylie and Jason Lowell. Loving the vibes. Yeah, no, it's actually crazy how much of an impact Ange is having in Scotland. And I'll tell you what, Ange's impact in Scotland is having such an impact down here. If you guys watch the Australian React videos, the media reception down here, oh my goodness, Jesus Christ, is actually... It's ridiculous how much coverage Celtic get nowadays down here. And it's also ridiculous how many people follow Celtic. Like, not, I wouldn't say avidly, like aren't supporters, but they follow the results to keep up with how Ange is doing. It's ridiculous. And that is a whole nother video for a whole nother day. Afternoon from Scotland, and come on, the Ange Super Team is on the way. Yes, sir. El Huffalo being sold for years, mate. Yeah, I know. I don't know. I actually think Sevilla are pulling out of the race for Fred. I think that was the last thing I read. I can't say anything for sure, obviously, because I'm not a journal, and obviously because I'm not a Rangers fan. I don't keep as up to date as I'm sure all of they do with their news. But I think I just read that somewhere. All right, mate, can you give a big Pat Logue a shout out? She's a massive shout out to Pat Logue. Feels weird doing this. I never picture myself doing like these shout out things, but massive shout out to you. Hope you're doing well. Enjoying your Friday Arvo, I believe. The weekend's coming for you guys in the UK, so that's great. My weekend's just getting started. Are you planning on going to Parkhead next season? Asked Jobby Ryan. Yes, that is the plan. I'm finished school. My schooling officially finishes in November, all right? And then I have plans between November and Christmas, obviously also with the World Cup. There's no football. And so the plan is, and it will be to visit sometime in the second half of next season. All right. And fingers crossed, I'm hoping that it will be February. And the reason for that is because, I have been warned about the cold weather in Scotland, that I am not ready for it at all. I've been told by my dad many, many times that I will absolutely freeze to death. But regardless, I am keeping my fingers crossed that Celtic will be in Europe after Christmas. So when I come over in February, I might be able to go see a Celtic European night at Paradise. That is the rough plan and idea right now. Obviously, everything's going to change because I don't know what's going to happen in like 9 months. But that is the rough plan at the moment. Spun the hoops. Danska, Lucas. I'm just calling him Lucas. You guys to see the Danska in the chat. That's my mate Lucas. He's a piss take. He's got COVID right now, so feel bad for him. He's locked in his room. He's a bit bored, so I understand him coming on. Who do you think is coming third next season? It's Hearts. I think unless Hearts have a major disaster in this preseason and off season and during the season, I think they are a guaranteed third. They were just so ahead of competition last season. It was ridiculous. They beat us on the first match day. Obviously, we weren't very good, but still, that was crazy well done for them. It's been good so far, but I'm looking for 3 more incoming transfer before I start praising the board's work this transfer window. Less centre-back, centre-mid, and Jordan. Yeah, Jordan Larson, obviously, that's a dream. And I'll tell you what, a lot of people don't want to bring Jordan Larson in because they don't want him having to emulate what his father, Henrik, did, right? But I don't see it that way. I see it that the fact that a player of Jordan's caliber is a free agent, right? Last name aside, family ties, history aside, a player of Jordan Larson's caliber is a free agent. The fact that we wouldn't be interested in that shocks me a bit because he is a very talented footballer. And I think a lot of people just instantly hear the name and like, oh, no. He won't be Henrik Larsson. He's never going to be Henrik Larsson. There's no point. He is a good footballer in his own right. he's a good enough footballer for Celtic in my eyes. Listen, it's still shorts and t-shirt weather in the winter for us Scots. See, that's the thing. I see always whenever I'm watching Celtic on the telly, right? I just see everyone in the crowd, shorts, t-shirts, shirts off, waving in the air when Celtic score, right? But I get told all the time, you're going to need 6 layers on the top, 3 layers on the bottom, gloves, beanie, everything. Otherwise, you're going to get frostbite. I think I'm just getting prepared for the worst in my eyes. I'm not the best with cold weather, but I do know how to dress properly. I won't be going out in my birthday suit. That is just public indecency, isn't it? 420 Subway says, Jota on the wing. Nice hat, bro. Thank you. I do actually love that. It's a great hat. Kaiser, HTTC, do us a shoe, bro. I got a spare room if you're coming to Glasgow. It's in Govan, so bring a dagger. All right. Do a shoey. Legally not allowed. Legally not allowed yet. I'm still 17. Yeah. But obviously, when we're in Glasgow, by the time I get to Glasgow, I will be a legal adult. So shoeies all around. If also for the accommodation thing, I've got grandparents in Glasgow still, so I probably will go stay with them. That is the most likely thing that will happen, but we'll see what happens. I might want to end up, staying off somewhere by myself, but I haven't seen my grandparents since before COVID, so it'd be nice to go stay with them for a bit. Anthony Inglis asks, are you going to any of the Sydney Cup games? Yes. Plan to go to both Celtic games. Obviously, against Sydney FC is the first one. The second one was meant to be against Rangers, as we know. Had tickets for that. Haven't been refunded yet. Bit odd. Don't really mind. We're waiting for the announcement of who is the next team going to be. Obviously, there were those rumors that it was going to be Inter Milan. That'd be pretty cool. I wouldn't mind playing Inter Milan. And Inter Milan, the reason why is because they obviously are playing Italy, so they have a majority Italian squad. Italy aren't going to the World Cup. Connect the dots, join the dots. We will see quite a few world-class players here in Australia. Off the top of my head, Nico Barella, that is already one right there who's very, very good. Di Vincenzo as well. But they also have a lot of stars who won't be there, and that's like now Lukaku, who just joined Chelsea, Inter again, Lautaro Martinez, Denzel Dumfries, stuff like that. Celtic Boy asked for a shout out for Pam and her sisters, Bird. Shout out to you, Pam, and your sisters. Hope you're having a great time. Hope you're enjoying your Friday Arvo. Hope you all are enjoying your Friday Arvo. Go enjoy the weekend. Strange Love the Doctor says, sign Jordan on a 3-year deal with a 50% cut in the next transfer. The lad's born and bred Celt. 3-year deal, 50% cut in the next transfer. Yeah. He's only 24, 25 years old, I believe. He's still to enter the prime of his career, what I consider the 26 to 29 range as the prime years. Born and bred Celt, he's obviously said in interviews before that a dream move for him is to come to Celtic. And, obviously a lot of players have that dream to play for Celtic, but Jordan obviously does have those ties, family ties, which you don't want to really focus on because he is his own player, but you can't avoid them. Mappy says, love the channel. Look forward to your take on what's happening back home. Like you, I'm far from Scotland. How Celtic TV transports me to paradise. Yeah, Celtic TV, I must say, is an absolute scam. I hate to talk bad about the club, but Celtic TV is an absolute scam. The fact they charge, I think it's like £200, and you only get the matches in standard definition, and you don't even get live replays is ridiculous. I can easily click a few buttons on my keyboard, find an illegal stream in HD, hook that up to my TV for the cost of nothing. I think Celtic definitely, that's something Celtic really need to do. Whoever runs the Celtic TV, Pass to Paradise, all that sort of stuff, they need to make that more affordable and also more beneficial for people who do pay, because at the end of the day, £200 in Australian dollars, I don't know if you guys are going to see on the screen here. Actually, you probably won't. Let's do a converter. Great British pounds to Australian dollars. £200 sterling is equal to 353 Australian dollars. That is ridiculous. That's how much my school fees costed for this year. So, that needs to be fixed in my eyes. That is an absolute stinker. right? It's okay now, though. I have to say, though, it's not as bad anymore now. The fact that Celtic games are actually being streamed a lot more on live TV on beIN Sports. For all of you who are in Australia, you know what beIN is. It's basically the Australian broadcaster of what I believe the games you guys get on Sky in the UK. Kaiser says we need a global app for Celtic fans. £7 a month total. Yeah, done. Easy. £7 a month, even. I would be happy to pay, let's think about it. I'd be happy to pay, how much does normal streaming services cost? They cost around, for the leagues, they cost around 20 to 30 pound a month, Australian dollars a month, 20 to 30. I'd be happy because it's Celtic, right? I'd be happy to pay, 50 to 100 Australian dollar. Oh, yeah, 50 to 100 like a year. No, wait, I'm doing my math wrong. Like anywhere from 20 to 50 a month. I'd say that's 20 to 50 Australian dollars a month. I'd be happy to pay that. Actually, no, my maths is completely off. It's too tough. My maths is awful, god awful. Do not follow me on this. Celtic Pride says, here we go, 2 in a row, treble and hopeful for European success. Yes, European success. I'm going to go on a bit of a tangent on European success. Firstly, I got to say, 2 in a row, you're dreaming small. Ange's here for 10 in a row. I can already tell you that much, unless, Man City come a-calling. But European success, what do I feel is European success for Celtic this season? It's actually an interesting topic because you've got a lot of supporters who are like, we should just be, enjoy and be grateful we're in the Champions League. We've been out of it for so long. This should just be a learning experience. Then you've got the other contingent who are like, no, we should go out there and try and win every single match and see how far we can make it, I agree with that. We go out there to win every single match contingent, without a doubt. What is the point of being there if we're not going to try to win? It's just pointless, right? So what I think is successful for Celtic, though, is the fact that we're in pot 4. I was looking at the other pots What the? Did my light just turn off? Oh, well, okay. Hold on. We've got a technical timeout. The house is falling to bits. The power's running out. And that's your typical Australian household. The government's not doing enough. It's increasing electricity bills, and we are on the dole, and we are losing power. We need to do this the old-fashioned way. There we go. All right, we're back. Okay, that is my bad. Sorry about that. Where was I? European success. Yes. So European success. What do I feel is a benchmark for European success? Football after Christmas. All right, European football after Christmas. I do know that in pot 4, looking at the other pots, we're due a hard draw. I think it's guaranteed that we always just seem to get a group of death. We got it in the Europa League this year, Bayer Leverkusen, Real Betis, and maybe not Ferencváros as much, but them two certainly, right? Heading into the Champions League this season, I think it's destined we'll get Barcelona. I think that's just the way how it goes nowadays in Europe. Pot 2 will probably pull someone like who isn't. Let's check the Champions League pots. Champions League pots 2022-23. I wonder if I can screen share. I'm not too advanced on this, but we're gonna check this. Yeah, I think Barcelona. I believe they're in pot 2. Barcelona, actually. Catch me if I'm wrong. How are the pots decided? Yeah. Yada, yada. Okay, here we go. So 8 teams confirmed in pot 1. Real Madrid. Yeah. Okay. All right, that's all right. That's not bad. All right. Okay. Looking at it, the hardest possible draw, right, we could get, what I'm looking at right now is obviously the defending champions, Real Madrid. So obviously that would rule out Barcelona. I'd say Real Madrid. Then you're going to have to say it's the runners-up of the Champions League, Liverpool. Then in pot 3, you're looking at most likely the hardest. I'd say the most difficult team in there is Inter Milan. So I'm looking Inter Milan, Liverpool, Real Madrid, Celtic. If we get that, we're there for the fun at the end of the day. But still, ideally, what is my ideal pot though? I want Bayern. I think I want to play Bayern. I like I've always had a bit of a soft spot for Bayern Munich. I think I like the way they play football. Pot two, I know a lot of Celtic fans want to get Liverpool, obviously, for those connections. Honestly, Tottenham Hotspur, bit dead. Juventus, no, not really. Sevilla, no, I don't really care. Chelsea, be an interesting one, without a doubt. Barcelona, obviously, we play them enough, though, in the Champions League. Atletico, eh. So I'm going to have to agree. Liverpool or Chelsea there would probably be pretty good to have. And then pot three, you're looking at Borussia Dortmund, Red Bull Salzburg, Shakhtar Donetsk, Inter Milan, Napoli, Sporting Lisbon, Bayer Leverkusen. I think Marseille could also jump in there, but I don't want Marseille, so we're not going to credit them. And if we've already got Bayern, we've already got Liverpool and Chelsea, I'm thinking in pot three, I wouldn't mind getting, just for the sake of qualifying, either Red Bull Salzburg or Shakhtar Donetsk. All right. I think that's a smart little draw to have, because we could easily pull off an upset against Liverpool, Chelsea, Real Madrid, and then Shakhtar Donetsk and Red Bull Salzburg, or even Sporting Lisbon. As a Celtic fan, I'd probably go in there thinking like, we can definitely win this match. This is 100% a winnable match, right? So that's my ideal, Champions League, and hopefully it's for it to be a success. We have got European football after Christmas. Oh God. Okay. I've missed a lot of comments. I need to find this Oscar Bowers kid. Guys, don't fall for. I'm gonna warn you right now. This Oscar Bowers kid, he's an absolute mess. All right, do not. This is just another one of my schoolmates. He's trying to wind you up. Don't fall for it, because he's gonna have an absolute piss take right with it. I'm gonna get off this. I'm gonna check my phone. I'm just gonna see all the messages. All right, so just don't even buy into it. Just let him be stupid. Yeah, see, just your typical Aussie household motivation. He just little things like that. He's in Fiji right now, so he's very, very bored. He's in a big family household. He's not enjoying it all, so he's trying to make the most of his day here on the stream. So let's just let him be. Anyways, let's have a look at some of the other comments. Andrew's being groomed for the Man City job. If they were an uncle, I would have reported them by now. From Kaiser, yeah. I can see that happening with Pep leaving. I do definitely see Ange being a front runner for that job when that comes available. Obviously, City Football Group, he's had the ties at Yokohama and sort of ish, very, very, very loose ties at Celtic. Interesting to see what happens there. I just think we enjoy Ange as we've got him. I think because he's turning this squad into like a really powerful powerhouse squad. I think that we're definitely going places, as we all know. G'day, mate. From Lads and Lassies, how happy Jota Day. Colin Stewart. Yes, it is happy Jota Day. I tell you what has been actually really cool. Saw it passing by on social media. I don't have my phone with me, so I can't show on screen, but it's the billboard that says the year 99 was a great year for Scottish football. It was the year Jota was born. I think that's absolute class, whoever's put that up. Let's see. Anthony Inglis says, I'll take Frankfurt, Sevilla, and Napoli. I think that's probably one of the easiest draws we could get. I wouldn't say it's the most exciting draw, but it's certainly very Champions League knockout stageable, I guess we could say. Frankfurt, we can just party with the Frankfurt fans over the bond of beating Rangers. Pot two, I forgot who you said already. Oh, my mind. Frankfurt, Sevilla. Yeah, Sevilla, obviously, probably the easiest team in that group, or unless you consider Spurs. And then pot three, Napoli. Yeah, fairs. Young lad asked, bro, thoughts on Vinicius Souza? I heard he's in the Brazilian battalion of the Irish Republican Army. As a bit of alliteration, the Brazilian battalion. I quite like that. I think Vinicius Souza is an absolute. I've said this in a video before. If he is a Victor Wanyama replacement, I think we haven't ever replaced Victor Wanyama. Never had a player similar to him since he left the club. He is a player similar to him. Are we going to get him? No. Maybe. I'm not going to say no, because that's very negative. I'm going to say maybe. I think we could definitely get our hands on him if he signs for City permanently and he goes out on loan. Obviously, with Mark Law's attachments to the City Football Group, there is that. Yeah. I think that. But he's certainly a really impressive player. I think if we bring in Vinicius Souza, I think Callum McGregor has to be pushed up into the centre mid spot. And then obviously, I'd say Matt O'Reilly as our cam. Oh boy, you guys want to see everything in the background. You want to see the Union Jack. You know what? It is a Union Jack. However, it isn't a case. It isn't a shoebox. It is a record player. As you can see, it is a record player. It's a shit record player as well, for that matter as well. Terrible quality. Hate it. Anyways. Oh dear. You also have asked for the Reeboks. Reeboks. I don't know what you're on about, the Reeboks. I don't think anyone in my house wears Reeboks. God, we're not that poor. You know, we're not, you know, we can afford Adidas and Nike shoes. So don't assume that we're, you know, down in the ditch. Okay. All right. Let's see. Where were we up to? I forgot. I've lost my track. James Quinn says, on our day, we can beat anyone. That's true. That is 100% true. And in the Champions League, not miracles, but upsets happen, you know. The favourites don't always win. And you know what? Celtic will go into the competition. No one will give them a chance. It's as simple as that, you know. They'll look at our past results in Europe and they'll just think, nah, not a chance. They're out. You know, they might be lucky to scrape a draw or two in the group stages. I'm going in there with a positive mentality. Well, I'm not going in there, but as a fan, I'm supporting the team with a positive mentality, and I believe that we will go out there and we will prove everyone wrong. It's not really Celtic versus the world. It's more just like Celtic doing what we do best and proving the doubters wrong. You know, did it this season. No one expected Celtic to get within, I'd say, single-digit points of Rangers, let alone win the league. So there you go right now. We've already been proving people wrong under Ange, and it's not going to stop without doubt because if you can read, we never stop, as I just said. But yeah, that's that. Let's see, where else are we saying? How apt. Out-of-date tech with an out-of-date flag. Yeah, that's true. Where did I pick it up from? I picked it up from Audi. I don't know if you guys have Audi in the UK. I'm not too sure. Maybe it's your version. Audi, your version of Asda? Asda or it's not Tesco. Asda and Tesco are like Woolies and Coles though. Let me know if you guys have Audi in the UK, or I think it's in Europe, but I'm not sure if it's in the UK. We'll see. Polo says Ko Itakura would be a good signing. I do think so. I think he would be a great signing. I think because he is a ball-playing centre-back who also can play further up the pitch as a CDM. Perfect near baton replacement in my eyes. You know, we'll have to wait and see what happens on that. But I think that's a great move. His talks have broken down with Borussia Mönchengladbach. I hate the idea of only being linked to one player and only trying to sign him through the whole window. I think that's a stupid mentality to have, but he seems a player without a doubt. And also, it gives Celtic the potential to have a Japanese player in every single part of the pitch in the outfield. Obviously, not considering goalkeeping. Maybe we could have a defender, could have a midfielder, and an attacker. You know, just something to boil over. Where else are we going? I think Bernabei, young lad says, has potential to be the best left back in the world. Thoughts? The best left back in the world. Let's think. Who is the best left back in the world right now? Is it Andy Robertson? I like to say it's Andy Robertson, but who is better than Andy Robertson? You know, trying to think. Football knowledge is off right now. No. Greg Taylor's a shout, I must say. No. Bernabei, best left back. Yeah, okay. For what I've seen from him, that is a stretch. However, sky's the limit. He's 21 years old. I think he has the potential to go play in the Premier League. And I think he is going to come in Celtic, and he's going to for 169 centimeters. Everyone's gonna try and bully him. I think he's gonna be like a little Chihuahua, right? Now it's not racial in any way because a Chihuahua is a typically, I'm not getting into that anyways. But what I'm trying to say, right, is that I don't think the size will matter. I think he will go out there and he will absolutely take Celtic's left back spot off Greg Taylor and just absolutely yoink it off him. I think Greg Taylor has a real fight on his hands to keep that left back spot, without a doubt. Bernabei is a class player, class signing, and I think out of all the left backs, I know it's easier to say after we've actually signed him, but out of all the left backs that we were linked to in this offseason, I think the only one who comes close in quality is Mohamed Jeze. And you got to remember, Mohamed, he is already 25, 26. Bernabei, 21 years old, potential through the roof. Preseason under Ange, potential talent going through the roof. You're all asking, where did Oscar go? Oscar, are you a tenner yet? My guess is no. Oscar's my turn off his wife. This is lovely. This is absolute class. I love this. You know what I think has actually happened? I think because he got to Fiji, right? And he got given this, he got credit in Fiji, overseas credit. He was allowed 500 megabytes a day. I think this whole stream's chewed up his megabytes. So I think he's out of data and he's in Fiji. So that's a rip to him. And I don't think he's in the nice part of Fiji as well. We've got Audi and Little proper skin over here. Audi all over UK. Yeah. So you guys do have Audi. I knew it was European. I just didn't know if it was in the UK. I think Sterigo from Squealand would be a great centre-back signing. Sterigo. Never heard of him. Never. Sterigo. I hope I'm saying that. Leonidas? God, Leonidas. Learning about Sparta in school right now. Seeing Leonidas, the name Leonidas too much. He was in the popular football management simulator, Football Manager 20. I swear to God, who said this? Who's young lad? If you've gotten this lad off Football Manager, I will be very disappointed. I'll be extremely disappointed if you found him on Football Manager and you recommend him in real life. That's like taking a player off career mode and suggesting him in real life. That's as bad as it gets. It's just Football Manager has more in-depth stats. Where are we going? Yeah, Audi. I'm aware Audi's now in the UK. Thanks, guys. Enquiries played in Germany, which ain't a bad thing when it comes to Europe. No, Germany, great league. Would I say let's think. I'd say it's top 3 leagues in the world. Or it's actually an interesting debate. The top, that's interesting. I'm not going to say anything because I'd have to think about that. Devil of War X, thoughts on Tavernier being, okay. Now, don't listen to Devil of War X either. That is also one of my mates from school. They're very, very cheeky with the stream. They're very cheeky with the videos as well. All right? So just ignore literally everything that you see from that. They're gonna right? Demonstration. Fish, right? Reel you in. When you're hooked, then pull you out of the water, all right? They're trying to get you on that hook. So do not get on the hook. Do not take the bait. Hope Bernabei doesn't. Oh shit! I've lost it. You guys are commenting too much. I'm actually shocked that you guys. I've got this much. You guys are like getting involved this much. I actually it makes my day. Well, it's made my night. Hope Bernabei doesn't turn out to be another Laxo. Oh yeah, God, Pat, tell me about it. You know what? Actually, I'm gonna have a bit of backup for Laxo here. I don't think he was all that bad. I just think if you brought Diego Laxalt into Celtic's season now, instead of Bernabei, let's just say hypothetically, right? I don't think he gets the negative comments. I don't think he was that bad of a player. I think he was quite inconsistent, but I didn't think he was god awful, right? But he certainly, it was very unfortunate. He came at probably in one of the worst seasons we've had, the worst season in recent times. It was shocking for him. But I do understand that he wasn't great, but he wasn't god awful. That's my take on it. Let's see. Best attacking left back. Oof. Well, you've got to say, in terms of going forward, Andy Robertson loves to go forward. You see it when he plays for Scotland. He's pretty much playing in that left mid spot with Kieran Tierney just behind him when Kieran Tierney's fit. It's hard to go past Andy Robertson. Maybe it's a bit biased because, Celtic youth player, Scottish. Maybe it's a bit biased. But Andy Robertson certainly would have to be, top 1 or top 2. I might be forgetting something, definitely. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Oh, Ange will definitely call Bernabé Bernie. Lol. Probably. He started. I was very shocked when he first came in. He started calling Nearbaton Nero. I'd never heard him called Nero before, but it sort of stuck, which was I was surprised about. So that was interesting, you know. Um, yeah, he'll first Argentinian Celtic. It's still a bit shocking to me that he's our first ever Argentinian to play for Celtic, which is a pretty cool fact. Um, let's see. Oh, goddamn. I have absolutely lost everything. Um, what, Oscar, Gary, why you guys ask for the donations are down there. Like, if you guys really want to give me money, like, I'll probably just transfer it back to you afterwards. Like, I don't want you guys to give me money. That's not right. Yeah, it's don't deserve it. All right. Put Donny Boy says put green and white hoops on anything, call it something, give it a look and look if any good. Yeah, that's true. You got to have faith in people. And you know what? Get me on a tangent again. With Ange's signings, I have faith in every single one of them. It didn't take long for me for that to happen. I think Abada was the first. Kyogo was pretty much second. Them two got off to a bang. Since then, you have faith in every single Ange player. And you know what? The true testament is Jack and Marcus. He came in, shocking start, terrible start, second half of the season, arguably one of Celtic's best players, without a doubt. Ange signing. There you go. Kevin Kimmich says, we need a ball winner in the middle of the park, on the ground, and air. Yeah, I think Celtic are very undersized. I think that's one thing we are, and I don't think it really matters in the Scottish Premiership because we hold the ball for 80% of the match, most times 70 to 80%. Going into Europe, though, Callum McGregor is great, right? But he isn't that, that defensive, always winning the ball back player that, you look at players like N'Golo Kante, sort of players like that always have a knack and eye for the ball, always seem to have it at their feet when they lose possession. Also in the centre-back spots, I don't want to disrupt the partnership of Cameron Carter-Vickers, obviously, and Carl Starfelt, but I think we need some more height there, especially for set pieces. I think set pieces will kill us because teams are going to find it out, without a doubt. That rhymes. Let's see. I've actually lost. Ange would have gotten the best out of Laxalt, CJMC. I can't say I disagree with that. I think I'd more inclined to agree with that. He's certainly done well with all the players he's brought in right now, and he's also revitalized a lot of players. I think I wouldn't disagree with you. I think it's very possible he would have gotten the best out of Laxalt. Obviously, things didn't go as planned. Like I said earlier, unfortunate for Diego, but when a door closes, another one opens. And when a door closed for Celtic and how shit we were, another one opened in Ange, and it's been absolutely amazing ever since. Yeah. Where are we going? Prime Maradona, I'd sign him. Yeah, that's a good shout. Too bad he's 6 feet under right now. Your mates are having fun, bro. It's not a problem. I love watching jealousy unfold. Oh, I wouldn't say it's jealousy. I'd say, well, like I said, one of them stuck in Fiji with nothing to do. The other one, he has his sleep. He has sleep and insomnia, so he won't go to bed till 4 a.m. and it's 1 a.m. here, so he's got nothing to do until 4 a.m. pretty much. So you just let him be. I'm happy they're here. It's good content. I don't mind. All right. Alexandra Bernabé reminds me of Kieran Tierney when he was younger, making his debut from Helen. Oh, wait. Helen, come back to you. I object to the ponytail. Normally it's in a bun. Normally it's not a ponytail. Normally it's not really a pedo ponytail look. Do I like the bun? I thought it would look better. I think it's going to get shaved off by the end of the year. I think I'm just going to buzz cut it up. So it won't be here. Maybe you're just going to have to put up with it for another, 4, 5, 6 months, maybe till I'm after school. Back to Helen. Alexandra Bernabé reminds me of Kieran Tierney when he was younger, making his debut. There is that, I guess, in a way, completely different situations though. Kieran Tierney came up through Celtic Academy. Bernabé came up through a completely different academy on the other side of the world. now at Celtic, but still a young, very talented player with a lot of prospects. He's held in very high regard in Argentina as future left back for the national team. So we'll have to see what happens there, but I think he can get off to a very, very great start. James Quinn asks, do you think we should be allowed in the Premiership? Obviously, I'm taking that as the English one. Look, it's a touchy subject. I'd like to see Celtic play more competitive outfits week in, week out. On the same side, though, I also think that football leagues should stick to, or should almost all the time stick to their respective nations. I think that is more sensible, because then you obviously have those intercontinental competitions such as the Champions League, Europa League, and over here in Australia, Asian Champions League and whatnot. So that's that. Let's keep scrolling down. Oh, laptop's bugging. All right. Here we go. Oh, wait, lost it. All right. Wait, I'm lost. All right. Let's see. Craig White, a bun is worse. You really reckon a bun is worse? Man, I think a bun is just a lot neater. That's what I'm saying. It's very not, I don't know. I thought it would look better though. That's still in my, Oscar says it's 2:45 in the morning here. Really? So your Fiji's 2 hours ahead of Australia. God damn. Why are you up at 2:45 a.m. is my question, really. But, that is what it is. Kaiser says, shave the size, do a mullet. I was considering it. Let's do a bit of a hair examination, all right? Shave this, yeah, mullet, yeah, fat mullet, all right? Yeah, fat mullet. The issue is the mumsy does not want me having a mullet. And obviously, I will respect my mumsy's opinion, but once I turn 18, the mumsy's opinion is out the door. All right. Let's see. Pat Scanlon says, keep your hair. Look what happened to Samson. That's true. I'm not overly superstitious like that, but is what it is. Yeah. This is very cool. Smaller leagues are dying a slow death. Too much money involved now. Yeah, I think that's an issue with world football. I think the money, especially coming from the Middle Eastern countries, is an issue. I don't know how we solve that, because at the end of the day, a football club is a business, and obviously you want to make as much money as possible. So that's an issue that needs to be sorted out somehow. Caps or something, I don't know, regular. I don't know how they're going to fix it, but modern football is killing off these, and it's making an even greater divide, right, from these teams up here that were already the best, to these teams down here who would have a chance to get these teams, but slowly these are getting further and further. My mates are donating $1 after time. You guys are great. They're my mates for a reason. This is great. Wow. I'll answer a few more questions because we're at 48 minutes. Oh, we'll go to an hour. All right, we'll go to an hour. I think that's a solid minute. 12 minutes. We'll get through enough. James, you ask again, is the Celtic fan base getting bigger down under since Ange joined us? Yes. I'd love to give you an essay exemplar response to that, but it's 100% yes, they are. It's huge down here. Even if social media, one thing. Second thing, the mainstream media. Third thing, just people I've met have told me that they, keep up to date with Celtic scores. I've had Uber drivers tell me that when they ask me which football team I support. I'm like, oh, Celtic. And he's like, oh, you got Ange Postecoglou as your manager now. Yeah, I keep up to date from here and here. It's pretty cool. I quite enjoy it. I think it's great. Monopoly. This is great content. Wow. Yeah. Donny Boy says, hey, you got $2. You can now apply to buy Sefco. I remember, you know what? I was a young lad. This is a bit of a story, but I remember when I was a young lad, right? I was only they got liquidated in 2011. I think the report came then officially in 2012, I believe it was, if I can't remember. Right. And I was young. I didn't understand what it meant at all. I was 7, 8 years old. I wasn't intellectual enough to understand, right? But all I remember is just my dad laughing hysterically one day after reading on the laptop. And I'm like, wondering what he's laughing at. And he's like, oh, Rangers just started. I'm like, because I knew about the rivalry a bit. And I was like, I wasn't too sure what it meant, but he was just laughing hysterically. That's a core memory in my head. Kaiser and Crows, do I have a Twitter yet? Twitter, I actually don't have a Twitter account. You know what I'm thinking, right? And I want to get you guys' opinions on this, right? Do I make a personal Twitter account? Obviously, my name, Aidan McGovern. Or do I make a Boys Down Under Twitter page? Because I'm also wanting to, obviously, grow into other forms of social media, TikTok, Instagram, and whatnot. So, but do you guys think it's better to, go with a personal account on Twitter, or do I go with a branded Twitter account? Like, just let me know there. Obviously, I don't mind Twitter because you get a lot of opinions on Twitter. I like the discussions. I see the threads on Twitter. I just read them as like an anonymous viewer. They're pretty, it's good content. Do both, but link them. Oh, so you mean, okay, so have like two separate Twitter accounts. Yeah, okay, I'm getting this. Twitter page, I hope you go profile, yeah. Twitter is more instant, Boys Down Under. Keep your YouTube too. Yeah, yeah, okay. Now I'm getting that consensus now. I think obviously I'll have a private account, but if I link both, I can have that Boys Down Under one where I can keep updates, because at the end of the day, YouTube, like, I wanted to do YouTube because that's always been my dream to, make YouTube videos, right? What better way to do it with Celtic? But I also want to grow. I want to expand, I want to get bigger, better, whatnot, take over the world with Celtic, Boys Down Under. I don't know. I'm waffling at this point. But, it's great to see. I love Twitter. I'm perma-banned from Twitter. How do you get permanently banned from Twitter? See, like, again, the fact you said again highly concerns me. I'm very, very worried as to why you've been banned from Twitter not once, but twice. I know there's got strict rules on social media now, but that is also, I need an explanation there. Yeah, again. Oh, well, that's great. This is crazy. Let's think. What else can we talk about? We've got 8 minutes left. I'd like to go to an hour. This is pretty cool. Any last questions you guys have, I'll try and answer them as most detail as possible. But yeah, no, this is been a great day, I have to say. The last 2 days for Celtic have been absolutely amazing, bringing in Bernabeu, bringing in Jota. This has, five first-team signings, 20 days. Off top. Oh, sorry. I know what we can talk about for the last 8:30. I'll also answer questions along the way. But I remember, memory loss. But I remember, right, it's going to talk about what else I want from this transfer window, right? We've made 5 first-team signings. We've got a backup goalkeeper, an adequate backup goalkeeper. We have got what have we got now? We've got a new left back. Sorry, Greg Taylor. I want Bernabeu. We have got Jota, amazing. We have got Cameron Carter-Vickers, amazing, and obviously Diaz and Maida. So 3 players, obviously, who are staying. 2 new Donnies. Who else? What else do I need? What else does Celtic want? Gussie, mate, you don't have to, guys. You don't have to donate. I know, like, I just don't want to be taking your money. I'm gonna leave it. I'll message you guys after. We'll sort it. Anyways, what do I want? I want another midfielder. All right, I want a box to. Oh no, what do I want? I want a center midfielder, a designated box-to-box midfielder who also has the capability to play attacking midfielder and defensive midfielder, a true ball winner. Right, that's one thing I want. Secondly, I want a center back. All right, I want a center back. Depending on the Chris Julian situation, and I'm gonna say this, I don't have my phone with me, but any of you guys who are on Instagram, right? What I want you guys to go do right now, all right, step by step, go to Celtic's Instagram page, go to the first official post about Jota, right? It's there. It's the video, right? Look at who's liked it. Christopher Julian liked that video. I'm confused. I thought he wouldn't want to be associated with Celtic anymore. Does he want a second chance now because the Schalke move fell through? I'm very confused what's happening with him. If he goes, I want another centre back for the now. If he stays and is willing to fight for the position, I don't need another centre back. In my eyes, we've got Stevie Walsh and Dane Murray as well. Oh shit, been a couple comments. I've been on a bit of a tangent. Apart from the King Larson, who was your best player? All right, I'm going to answer this in 2 answers, okay? Best player I've seen play for Celtic in my time. Best player from looking at past Celtic videos. All right. Past, I'll get that done just because of how I've seen, Celtic represent Jimmy Johnston. All right. Without a doubt, Jimmy Johnston. I think, Celtic legend, arguably Celtic's best ever player. Best player I've seen play for Celtic. I'm tempted to go odds on Edouard, but I'm tempted to go odds on Edouard. I think it might be him. But do you know who comes close? It's a weird one. Fraser Forster. I think Fraser Forster comes very, very close, right, to players I've seen play for Celtic. I think he is, obviously with him not coming back was a bit annoying, but I think he was quite a significant player to us. Obviously we've got Joe Hart now, but still. Kaiser says, we are donating to get you to Celtic Park. No, you don't need to do that. Go for it. I'm saving up myself. Forget for that. Are there any up and coming Aussie youngsters you think could work in Celtic squad if they become more experienced? Luke is asking that. It's a very valid question. I do think that's a very good question. I'm going to say right now, I think there's one player, give him a couple more years, Celtic could make a play for. Marco Tilio. If you don't know him, he is probably the brightest talent Australia has coming through right now. I think he could go, if he puts his head down, doesn't do a Daniel Arzani, and he actually, gets his attitude straight and he focuses and puts in hard work, I think he could become a real superstar. He currently plays for Melbourne City, part of the City Football Group. Nice little ties there. Maybe something could happen in the future, or he'll just go to Hearts or Hibs, as all Aussies are doing nowadays. Let's see. Think we will see how big Matt O'Reilly. Oh, god damn! Think we will see how big Matt O'Reilly will become this season. His football brain. Oh yeah, Matt O'Reilly is. He's going places. How old? I'm double checking how old he is. I think he's 22, 21. 21 years old. There you go. Matt O'Reilly is going places. I think he has arguably the brightest future out of all of the Celtic squad right now. He really is the ideal replacement for Tom Rogic. He's a carbon copy of him in my eyes, honestly. Just a bit more physical and also a lot younger. But Matt O'Reilly is definitely going places. He is going to be a standout for Celtic this year. Let's see what other people are saying. Viduka, yeah, he left on great terms, I hear. Moravcik, Dad telling me about Lubo Moravcik, the man with two strong feet. He was apparently sensational. Jinky Joy, Messi Ronaldo, Kings, Kenny, Henry, yeah. Great call, Scott. Smash the button, guys. Yeah. Look, if you don't have to like the video, you don't have to subscribe to the channel. Obviously, I appreciate all of you who do that because it helps the channel grow if you like and subscribe. Try and we'll do more of these because this was actually very, very fun for me. I actually enjoy this. You guys seem to enjoy it in the comments below. But yeah, no, thanks for not putting Manscaped adverts on your videos. Oh, yeah, no, Manscaped. Don't really want to, sell out with ads. I'll be honest with you. I think it's a bit annoying when you load up a YouTube video, you watch the YouTube ads, you get into the actual video, you see the intro, and then you see another in-video ad for some. I think that can just get very, very frustrating as a viewer. But it is what it is. Some people do what they got to do to make a living. Is what it is. Manscaped, though, don't know why I'd promote that. It's just, if I was going to promote anything on this channel, it would be football. I'd try and get a partnership with like some sports store, like JD Sports or something, and get you guys discounts if you want. Like that's something that if I was going to do a partnership, that's something that that's something I would be doing. But yeah, final minute. And you know what we're going to do in the final minute? We're going to do the outro because this has been a great hour. Strange Love Doctor, you are on some smoke tonight. Smoke tonight. My grandparents watch this. Anyways, that is all from me. Thank you guys all for tuning in. Great. This is a great live stream. I'll obviously publish this live afterwards. For my mates who showed up, it's pretty cool, pretty funny, good content. It's having me laughing this whole way. For everyone else who's joined in as well, I appreciate all of you. It is 1 a.m. here in Australia. I'm absolutely buggered. I'm going to go to bed after a bit of a snack, but that is all from me. So, as always, until next time, hail, hail.